Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the top 10 dating apps that I'm on for 2022. So recently I read an article about the best dating apps for 2022, and they had 16 dating apps. And for me, well, that was too many. So I narrowed it down to the 10 that intrigued me the most, and I've ranked them from the 10th to number one to my favorite. So let's get started. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this dating app. I've never heard of it before. It's called League. It's a dating app for professionals. The only problem with League is that I had to link up a lot of stuff. And even after I did all that, I'm on the wait list. And if you don't want to be on the wait list, well, guess what? You got to subscribe. And it's expensive. It's $99 a month. I mean, that's a lot for a dating app. They made me link up my phone number, verify my email, link up my Instagram, my LinkedIn profile, and a bunch of other stuff. And I mean, they pretty much asked me for everything except for a blood sample. So let's be real. Not sure how far that one's gonna go, but for that reason and the price, it's number 10 on my list. Number 9 is Match. It's been around a long time. My only problem with Match is that you have to subscribe if you want to interact or if you want to message with people you like. And I'm just not about spending $45 a month just to be able to talk to somebody. Now, number 8 is one I've never heard of before. It's called Happen. Happn. And it actually matches you out with people whom you've crossed paths with, or sometimes they suggest people you haven't crossed paths with. My only problem with that is, well, one, the ones that I haven't crossed paths with, it will literally it's just random guys like 12 miles away, 50 miles away, 100 miles away. And okay, that's great, but you know, you're just matching me up with random guys. And I guess it's okay because, you know, you can just swipe left a gazillion times and you can see all the guys, you know, rather than the algorithm selecting who they think you should choose. Now, the ones I've crossed paths with, well, I live near a busy highway. So I've crossed paths with a lot of single guys driving past me in their cars. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm interested in them. So for that reason, Happen is number 8 on my list. Number 7 on my list is Clover. Now, Clover is kind of weird because it's almost like having a live stream and followers. So you go on Clover, you create your profile, and you go live. And you can't really look at guys' profiles without them knowing. So like last night, there was a guy who's got like 12,000 followers. So I click on his live session and he's like, hey, Michelle, what's up? And I'm like, oh my God. So then I was like, hello. And then I backed out. And then guess what? I think he did like a super follow or something like that. So now I just feel hella awkward. So I'm not sure how I feel. Just the fact that you can't even look at their profile without them knowing. And then just basically the whole live stream thing of it. It's kind of weird to me. So for that reason, it's number 7 on my list. Now, number 6 on my list is one I've never heard of before, but it shows great promise. It's called Feeld, Feeld. And it's for people who are into kink. Now, not necessarily into kink, but what I like about this app is the honesty of it. Basically, you say you're bisexual, bi-curious, whatever you identify as, and then you list what you're interested in. Like if you want threesomes, gangbang, cuckolds, if you want, you know, male, female, if you want to experience trans, you're just basically putting it all out there. Your sexual interests, what you're into, or what you're exploring. So that's what I love about it. And for that reason, it's number 6 on my list. What I didn't like about Feeld is when I was filling out my profile and they asked me what my sexual orientation was. Well, let me tell you, there was a massive list and it included terms I've never heard of before. And that's really odd considering that I'm a psych major. There was pansexual, polysexual, androsexual, demisexual, gynosexual, heteroflexible, homoflexible, objectum sexual, omnisexual, scoliosexual, and the ones that I recognize like bi-curious, straight, queer, lesbian, gay. I literally had to sit there and I spent like an hour reading the definitions of all these terms. And there was one other app, and I think it might have been Match, that had the same terms. Some of these terms actually meant the same thing as bi, which I thought was weird that it just came up with terms, different terms for the word bi. I'm definitely keeping that one, so we'll see what happens on that one. Number 5 on my list is OkCupid. What I like about OkCupid is they match you based on like a percentage match of what you're looking for. So you fill in what you're looking for, and then they find a guy who's close to what you're looking for. So if I say I want a guy who's between like 5'8" and 6'1", and he's got to be professional, non-smoker, no kids, whatever, then they try to find a guy who pretty much matches to what I'm looking for. I guess the whole thing with dating is sometimes what you think you need is not exactly what you need. So I try to be open about it. But for the app, I like the way it tries to match you up what you're looking for. I also like the price of OkCupid. If you want to go to premium, it's only $1.99 a month, which isn't bad at all. I mean, come on, that's pretty cheap. Number 4 on my list, it's been around a while. I just haven't been on it that much, and that is Facebook dating. The only problem with Facebook dating is apparently most of my friends have ugly friends. So I haven't had too much luck on there, but I did go out with one guy. He was 42 years old. He turned out to be a real jerk, but he was the one who actually sent me a video message, and I thought that was really cute, but he was still a jerk. So I'm on Facebook dating. I'm just not on it very often. 3rd on my list is Tinder. Tried and true. Tinder's been around forever. And what I love about Tinder is that guys can't message me unless I match up with them. Now, on a lot of the other dating apps, guys can message a woman without us liking them. And the reason why I don't like those is because it kind of makes me feel like a bitch, because if I don't respond, then I'm a bitch, or, I feel the need to respond. And if I respond, I just say, hey, thanks for the message, but I just don't think there's any chemistry between us, then it just makes me sound like a bitch. So for that reason, I love Tinder. Now, a lot of people will say, well, Tinder's just for hookups. And to be honest with you, Tinder is what you make of it. Both of my brothers found their spouses on Tinder. You can find your partner on Tinder. And for that reason, it's number 3 on my list. Number 2 on my list is Bumble. Just like Tinder, men can't message me unless we match up. I love Bumble because, one, I'm in the driver's seat. I get to message first. And being an extrovert, I don't have an issue with making conversation. And my first message, it's never a hey. It's definitely going to be something that I pull out of their bio and I ask them a question. Based on our interaction, I will know if there's enough chemistry for me to make it to a date. And to be honest with you, overall, Bumble to me has a lot of good DNA, especially in the area where I live. And the number 1 app on my list is Hinge. Now, my friends swear by it, and to be honest with you, I wasn't on Hinge before until this past week. What I really love about Hinge is all the questions and just the ability to learn about each other before we actually match up. Now, the downside of Hinge is the price. If I want to go to premium, I got to pay $34.99 a month. And to me, that's just a lot. It's right up there with Match. But you can do a lot more on Hinge than you can do on Match with a free account. So for that reason, it's number 1 on my list. What is your favorite dating app? Because I know these are just dating apps in the US. I don't know what other dating apps are in other parts of the world. So tell me what your favorite dating app in the comment section below. And until next time, happy hunting.